Oh, they may be playing football and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
Hi and welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats and everybody that loves all things British. My name's Ian.
And my name is Sam, and on today's show we've got our BFF Eve Dawes coming on with us today. We've also got What Are You Like with Rebecca Okonski, and what you've all been waiting for, the great Toad in the Hole Challenge. You're getting sick of baking and cooking, Ian.
What can I say? Actually, no, I actually have really enjoyed it because I have been forced to do things that haven't been done before. So right. I'm kind of excited about that. Hold on, let me just make sure that we're up and going because I'm running the show again, and I don't ever really trust that. Oh, we are actually live. That's awesome.
We are live. Yay!
Cleared the tower. It's like a shuttle launch every time. I've got like all these buttons to do and everything
like
else.
It happened.
Yeah, exactly. See that? I even forgot putting that one up, but it's up now.
So cooking and baking has been a thing for you now. So you can do bread and you can make hot cross buns.
Yeah. And
now Toad in the Hole.
Toad in the Hole. Well, and I think I prefer the cooking side of it because baking's all right, but I actually ended up being able to eat it last night, which was just a bonus by itself, really.
I think there's a lot more freedom with cooking, but with baking, it's a real science, and you've got to really stick to the recipe. Otherwise, one slight change and you can ruin the whole thing.
It's true.
But with cooking, there's a lot more leeway. Do your own little twist on
I know,
things,
and I think that's kind of suits me a little bit more. So we're gonna obviously get to that. But the fact is, I did it last night, and it was late as well. So it's like doing your homework late. The night before. Is that what did you used to do that at school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you did it yesterday as well, right? Or last night?
I did, yes. I planned to make it earlier, and I just, what it's like. You sat there, you're like, do I want to? I've got to.
Yeah.
Jim kept saying, "Where's my toad on a pole?"
Toad on a pole, nice.
Did. So, but is your toad in the hole still in your belly since you ate late? Is it still digested?
It is a bit. I've actually got some leftovers here as well. So, so I keep checking because I still don't trust this. Because Travis is better now. By the way, this week
Good.
He's totally fine, and it wasn't the dreaded lurgy. So, But at the same time, we're still doing the social distancing thing, so it means that either you've got to press the buttons or I've got to press the buttons. So
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Patrick's here. Cammie's here. Hey!
Good to see them. So we'll get to that later on. But what else we got coming on? We've got a guest today, huh?
Yes, we do. We've got Rebecca Okonski coming on, and she's actually a casting director. She's got quite an interesting journey, how she got to this position right now. So she'll be coming on shortly, and that'll be very interesting.
It'll be interesting if we can technically make it happen. So I'm excited for that.
We managed it earlier, so fingers crossed.
So this week's gone like crazy fast, hasn't it?
I feel the same way too. I feel like, whoa, Tuesday came around already. But I've been busy. What have you been doing?
House stuff, work stuff. I've got a full-on office here at the house now. It's full of stuff and equipment and computers and stuff. So I've really been doing that a lot. And then the casting stuff, we do the hand casting. We've been working on a couple of people, more specifically Mike Tyson, which I think I said we did the other week.
Yeah.
And Pete Rose, the baseball player. So we have to get those finished by the end of today.
Right.
So we've actually got quite a lot to do today, and then the website we're building for that too.
Do you feel that you do your projects now with a bit more? Well, you can stretch it out and take a bit more time because we have more time.
No.
Normally I'm rushing to get stuff done. I'm like, gotta get this done, gotta get that done. I'm like, I can take my time now.
Well, no, you are right. Actually, I am doing it a lot more thoroughly, I think. But I just don't feel like I've stopped. I haven't done any work on my Airstream. I've done some stuff around the house. Yeah, I thought the house was probably better. I should prioritize the house first before I start, playing with the toy. So that's what we're doing.
I've still not managed to get Jim to secure down my trim pieces between rooms.
Well, oh, okay.
Do you know how many times a day?
You got to have your trim pieces secure there.
Do you know how many times I kick
lesson for life: never have wobbly trim pieces.
Even my dogs will knock them, and they go flying across the room.
Right.
And I've been trying for so long, Ian. I think I'm going to end up having to fix them in the end.
It is what it
Here's
is.
the thing: Jim will look at something and go, "Oh, that's going to require blah 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 blah," and I go, "No, let's just buff that out with this little thing, and that'll take care of it," and it works.
Right.
He's always like, "Oh, it's a big project." Maybe that's just to put me off from him doing it. It's a massive project, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll fix it," and it takes 2 minutes. So,
I expect everybody's been getting their stuff done wherever you are.
What's everyone else been doing? Oh, we've got Sam Smashington's here. Sue, hey Sue, Amanda, good morning. Your mummy's here. Yvonne, Eileen, Patrick, Cammy, yay!
Nicky Dewhurst is watching, as he should. In fact, he was the one who made me. Last night we were FaceTiming with him, and I was trying to do my Toad in the Hole, and I would have finished a lot earlier had we not been having a catch up. So it's his fault. But it's here. Look, I can't show you yet. I can't show you yet. That's for later on. But it tasted good.
So some sad news in the entertainment world. I mean, it's sad when anybody dies, but Little and Large.
Yeah.
The tubby one, I've forgotten his name. I should have written it down. Well,
Eddie
he
Large.
was large. Eddie Large. That's right. He passed away from corona.
When?
Last week.
How did I miss that one?
And I don't know, but I think he was in very poor health as well, which is really, really sad. And then, the goodies.
Yeah, I heard about Tim Brooke Taylor. Yeah, of course, that was
and again,
everywhere.
I mean, it's just tragic for all these people. And I think
I didn't know about Eddie Large though. Wow.
I know, and these numbers are just surging. And when you think about how many people from one person passing away, how many people are affected and grieving, I mean, it's really sad. So some losses in the entertainment world.
I was trying to find something positive because we usually do our headlines little segment, and I was thinking
it's kind of hard.
It is fine, and I found something which was that One Direction are potentially doing a reunion, and then I thought, yeah, that's still not good news. So depends how you look at it. But so yeah, it's all a wash basically. So whatever we can come up with is basically all it comes down to.
Basically.
Yeah, we are the front line of it all.
If there was a band that you would like them to reform and come back, who would it be? What bands do you like?
Well, I'm trying to think the ones that I like that aren't still trying to keep going.
Well, yeah. I know that Heaven 17, which I love, they did a little...
From Sheffield, yep, we know.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
What's his name from the Goodies? He was from Derbyshire. Just thought I'd throw that in. But what was I saying?
No, you're on your own. This is all
Heaven
you.
17.
Yes.
They did a thing in the cathedral in Sheffield that was brilliant. I mean, I think it was last year. But yeah, I mean, Human League are still doing stuff on the circuit.
Again, another Sheffield band.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of good music came out of Sheffield. What other bands are not going anymore that were great?
From Sheffield?
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, a lot of them came from Sheffield. A lot of talent there.
Yes. You can drop Def Leppard in there. They're still going.
They're still going. They are still going.
Yeah.
But my nephew last week performed a song, and he said, "This is my 80s vibe." And I kid you not, it took me right back to the 80s. He's 20, yeah? It was so fantastic, this song, but he was like, "Don't share it with anybody." He won't let us share it. But it was such a fantastic throwback. I'm like, how did he really get that vibe? He's 20. You didn't live it,
Well, no, but the 80s was iconic, I mean, it still exists now.
Yeah, all those synth sounds and
Well, it still exists now if you're us. I mean, if you're of a certain age.
Do you know what we should do? We should pull up some old 80s photos of ourselves for next week. That would be fun.
Oh, you just want to make... Yeah, first it's like you want to expose my shortcomings in terms of cooking. And now you want me just to completely embarrass myself with pictures from the 80s. All right, I'll take that challenge.
We'll pull out some fun, ridiculous
80s
photos.
You're killing me. All right, I'm going back to the comments here. See who's doing what. Aiden Kent's with us, the singing cabbie.
Aiden, hey.
He's
Craig.
He's catching up on the podcast. He will catch up on the pod. So basically, what he's doing in quarantine is watching our show. That's why we love you, Aiden. Craig's watching. Craig, you're not on this week, but good morning to you. Yvonne, she's been preparing an EcoCast audition.
See, it's all online now.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Watercolouring.
Tell us what that is, Yvonne. So yeah, she's been reading up on... Do you read up on watercolouring, or do you actually do watercolouring?
Well, you do have to read a bit about it, because there are quite a few techniques with with watercolouring. There are. I'm
going to read a painting. Is she going to paint a book as well? What does that mean, Sue?
And you can paint on wet, which lots of people don't know that.
Right.
So reading up,
Mike Robson is watching. We missed you last week, Mike. Where were you? We want a doctor's note to explain why you weren't here.
Oh, Aidan says The Who.
The Who are still going.
Oh,
you mean all of them, like with Keith Moon and John Entwistle. Thank you.
Remember, we went to see at the Hard Rock. Remember, we were there.
We went to see The Who. Yeah, they're actually they're supposed to be back here in Las Vegas in August. So we're not sure about that one.
The way he swings that microphone is unreal.
It is. And speaking of the hand casting thing, we did Roger Daltrey of The Who with the hand casting thing. I'll have to run that video. I just edited it last week of the making of. And he was saying that it's only ever come off once. He said it goes at about 200. He said 200 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not sure he's measured
dangerous.
that. Yeah, he said it came off once. He said the lead snapped and it flew off and people had to duck. But he also said he's only ever done it intentionally once, but he wouldn't tell us on who.
On who?
On who? Apparently, he said you've got to read the book. He's got a book out, and it says it in there.
He's an amazing performer, though.
Yeah. I mean, when
he opened with Pinball Wizard, and people just lost their minds completely.
Who else we got? Steve says loved Seven Heaven. They were great too. Heaven 17. He would like actually to see Alexander O'Neill come back. Well, Steve, we had Alexander O'Neill in our studio, not this studio because this is my house. He was in the studio about 3 months ago, I think. It was for the Summer Awards ceremony thing he was doing. The BET Awards. And I have to say, he is still going. My brother actually went to see him in London a little while ago. But, I didn't recognize him. He used to be very sharp and dapper, and I think he's had a hard life, that man. But he he was great. I used to love his music. Eve's watching. Yes, you are on today. So stand by. And Eve's making cocktails today, by the way.
She's living her best life.
She is, but she's showing us how to make cocktails
in quarantine,
which is great. Which I'm excited about. What?
How was your Easter? Did you do anything special for Easter?
No, not really. I mean, I had brunch, had soft-boiled eggs, but not really. It was a bit of an. There was no big. I used to get like the big chocolate eggs. Don't you remember?
No. Do you know what we had?
What?
You know the purple ones in the Quality Street? You can get them only those in a big giant one.
Yeah.
That's what we had for Easter. It was a leftover from our trip in England. How we still have them is a miracle.
I had a leftover Twix one, but it was... Oh, hello. Oh, jeez. Amanda just walked in and just scared the crap out of me. I didn't hear you come in. I was like, what the... Good to see you. So she's not exactly, self-isolating. She's coming to spread her germs all over me and my house. All right, we're 8 feet away.
What makes you think she wants to be near you anyway?
Well, no, this is true.
Now, did you watch?
Yeah, what did I watch?
The Thunderbirds.
Yes. I was gonna get one, and now you've just reminded me, and I forgot. It was a lot. I had to make toad in the hole. The Thunderbirds. If you weren't here in Las Vegas, we have Nellis Air Force Base here, which is where the Thunderbirds, which is basically the American equivalent of the Red Arrows, they're based here at Nellis here in Las Vegas. So they did a flyby. And I'll see if I can maybe try to grab an image while we're doing this. But if you don't, just look it up. Just look at Thunderbirds Flyby Las Vegas on Facebook. It was amazing. There was 6 of them.
It was.
And
and I think they have an extra plane that flies with them.
Yeah, they do. And I'm not sure if that represented something or it was actually filming them.
I thought it was probably filming.
But they flew over every major hospital in Las Vegas and did like a loop around every hospital to thank everyone for their help and their contribution and their support.
It was fantastic,
and it was amazing. And they were flying only they said between 500 and 1,000 feet, which is low when you've got six jets flying around. So that was pretty awesome. And just to get out and see something was quite a treat.
Yeah, because we just drove up the road to Boulder City to go into the desert because it's very open, and we knew they were going to the hospital over there.
Yeah.
And we had a brilliant view, but the people lining the motorway, just, parking up, and it was
Well, I have to say, we were over closer to Summerlin Hospital, which is west of the Strip, if you're not familiar with Las Vegas. And, there was a couple of us, we were just like, there were people there and, saw the planes go by, and it was fine, social distancing. Went over the bridge. There was a group of about 40 people standing on like this grassy knoll thing, but they were all stood together, and there was no need for it. So,
and you know that's not a whole family.
No,
because you can tell if it's a family or not. But
exactly.
It seems like friends are using the supermarket trip as a way to get together as well. Have you noticed that? That's bizarre to me.
It's true. It's true.
With these numbers going up, I'm like, no, stay home, people. Just stay home.
Yeah. So what else have we got here? Who's got the flyover? Sounds amazing. It was amazing, Sue. Steve wants to see an 80s tribute here. Yeah, we'll do one. There should be one when the world gets back to normal. There'll be one here.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you who else I was thinking of. Was Tony Hadley. He's done a lot on Facebook this week from his house, from Spandau Ballet.
Oh, was he?
He has. And I was thinking, I keep saying I want to try and get him on, but now might be a good time because
he's at home.
He's at home. And,
exactly.
So I'll give him a buzz.
Now we're talking Spandau Ballet, ABC from Sheffield.
ABC did a concert, I think it was last year, with a full orchestra.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, a friend of mine in the UK went to see it. It sounded pretty good. Well, I mean, I didn't see it, but it sounded like it was pretty good.
You know who was great in concert? Duran, when they were in Vegas last.
Oh,
amazing.
Right.
Oh, so enjoyed it. It was brilliant. Yeah, let's bring back the 80s, people.
Exactly.
Craig says that there's a showcase virtual youth orchestra that's worth us looking at. Well, we'll definitely take a look at that.
We shall. So the other thing that I like to try to do, this is the thing, it's my new thing, it's checkaday.com.
Oh, yeah, Checkaday. Let's do it.
I like my checkaday.com because there's just such bizarre days. Now, checkaday.com, and we're not sponsored by them, we're not sponsored by anybody, we just do this for the love of it. But if you want to sponsor us, and somebody's out there...
Checkaday.com.
Yeah. The reason I like it is just it has these random national holidays and interesting facts about today. So it is April the 14th, and today it's National Ex-Spouse Day. Yes, it's a thing. Yes. This means that you should... It's a day when you should take a moment to reconcile with your ex-spouse. So if that's your thing and you feel like you get to reach out and heal a wound, today is National Ex-Spouse Day.
Not a bad thing.
Speaking of the same kind of thing, it's International Be Kind to Lawyers Day.
Okay.
Okay.
Are people particularly mean to them?
Well, yeah, as they should be sometimes. Yeah. It's International Moment of Laughter Day. You just had one. There you go. That was your moment.
This is my day.
Oh, yeah.
My day. You know, I don't go a day without having a laugh, ever.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even explain why some of these exist. They're just awesome. National Look Up at the Sky Day. Bizarre. It's National Dolphin Day.
All right.
National Library Workers Day. So if you know somebody in a library. It's National Pecan Day. So get your pecans out. It's Pan America Day. And it's Reach as High as You Can Day.
Wow. It's not much. Even 5 foot.
Yeah.
Can't get that high up.
You really can't, can you? No. And just to complete the circle of life on this one, things that happened on this day in history. None of them, actually, there's only 2 that I've really got here. Well, 2003, the Human Genome Project was completed. It took 13 years to map the entire genes of the human genome was completed. That's a thing.
Right.
So that's the positive. The other 2 aren't so good. The Titanic hit an iceberg this day in 1912. Yeah, and Abraham Lincoln was shot on this day in 1865.
Oh, so good. All good jolly stories.
All good jolly stories. But also, we're a day off, but I must say that on April 15th, which is tomorrow, in 1746, my mum was born. So, happy birthday to my mum for tomorrow.
Your mum is going to get you. She's going to, I'm waiting for her to make a comment.
Yeah, she will. But it's my mum's birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Mum.
Happy birthday, Ian's mum. It'll be a different kind of birthday, won't it?
It will. She made herself a birthday cake. I know that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
She's celebrating herself. I think that's amazing.
She is. And we've been, everyone's been calling her every day because, she's there on her own and,
Yeah, you know what? Thank God for technology. I know we all complain about it at times, but thank God for that. I did a family Zoom this week, and my family decided that they would wear as many wigs and hats. I had a bucket on my head. I had a blonde wig, a cowboy hat, and everybody was on there. And we just had a really, really good laugh. And I think it really helps lift everybody's spirits, And we're planning that big family reunion when this is over. We are definitely all getting together. But I had a bucket on my head. I mean, we were just doing anything to have a laugh.
I know.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Well, shall we get on to our next
little item? I think we should. So, hold on, I've got some work to do, haven't I?
A little bit of work.
Yeah. So today we've got a BFF with Eve Dawes. BFF meaning beauty, fashion, and fitness, of which I think this segment today fits none of them. It's all about alcohol and making cocktails. So you could there might be something healthy towards it, but we'll see. So this is BFF with Eve Dawes.
Morning everyone, how are you all hanging in there? I hope you are surviving, and I have a few things that might help you survive it even better and to de-stress and make this a bit more fun. There are a couple of my favorite low-calorie cocktails. Both of them have under 200 calories and only use 4 ingredients, so super easy. First one I'm going to start with is a skinny margarita. So if you're having a Taco Tuesday at home, this is a great drink to make, like I say, super easy. It's best to use I find like a silver tequila plateau works a lot better for this. You can use 1.5 to 2 ounces. I like to measure my cocktails. I just think it makes a better balance of things, and I kind of like to keep track of how much I'm drinking. So all I've got in the shaker right now is ice. So I'm putting in the tequila. If you don't have Cointreau, or you want to make it even, or Grand Marnier, or you want to make it even lower calorie, you could switch this out for freshly squeezed orange juice. And you're just going to use 1 ounce of this. I love this stuff. I can drink it neat. It's so good. And it gives it kind of that rich, orangey, warm flavors. All right, so don't tell anyone, but I don't have any fresh limes, and you really should use fresh lime juice for this, not out of a bottle, but it should be an ounce of fresh lime juice, so just pretend that's exactly what this is, right? No one knows the difference. Throw that in there, and then lastly, you can use, I prefer using agave syrup for this. You can use stevia, which will reduce the calories even more, because stevia is 0 calorie. But I find it has kind of a funky taste, even the liquid one, when you're making cocktails. So I mean, you're literally just gonna use a teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, whatever it is you need to kind of get your flavor profile right for you, so it's not too tart. My husband loves things tart, I like things sweeter. Whack that in, and then we're just gonna put this on, give it a good shake, you know, so we get our arm workout in for the day. And I kind of know when it's shaken enough because it starts to frost on the outside, it gets nice and cold. And you can either pour it over ice or just take the whole thing apart. She says, pour it in a glass. Cheers. That's good. She sounds surprised. Could not share my favorite cocktail with you. It's a dairy-free white chocolate martini. So I have tried it with the regular chocolate creme cacao. It's not the same. I don't know what it is. It's way better with the white chocolate. And if you want to make it really sweet, you can use a Pinnacle whipped cream vodka. If you prefer it not so sweet, just use a regular vodka. No flavor. And what's great about this is it's dairy-free and it's fat-free. So yes, you've still got the alcohol calories, but there's no wasters of sugary mixes or fillers. It's 2 ingredients, done. So easy, and most bars even carry this, so it's super easy to do at a bar. Really, like literally the easiest cocktail to make at home. If you have maraschino cherries, that's also really nice to put in the martini glass, gives it a little extra flavor, a little extra color. So you're just gonna do your 1.5 ounces of a vodka over ice in the martini shaker. I already put the ice in there. I didn't think you'd wanna hear me crushing ice and getting that out whilst I was making this. And then you're gonna do half the amount of white creme cacao. So it's the clear white creme cacao, not the creamy Godiva. You could use that as well, but this is obviously lower calorie, lower fat. Still all the fun. All right, lid on. Again, I'm gonna shake until it starts to frost. And this is a really nice after dinner cocktail. It's kind of like a good dessert alternative, less calories, and just a nice chill unwind at the end of the evening. Cheers, stay home, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks on Spill the Tea.
On. Helps
Welcome to the show, Rebecca.
Helps if we actually get some volume here. See, again.
I'm so happy to be here. This is great.
It is. I mean, I was just saying before the show, I need to go put some pants on. So do you have some pants on, Rebecca?
I do indeed.
I didn't know that was a necessity.
Well, I look at my pajamas and I'm like, you know
That's
what?
awkward.
Things cannot pass for street clothes. These look like pajamas. Get yourself dressed, girl. So I did.
I love what you're wearing, and I love your necklace. No, I do. I love it. But isn't it strange to get dressed up to sit in the house?
I'm going to admit it's the first time in like 5 days I've put clothes.
I believe it. I believe it. Well, I'm so glad you joined us. You're a casting director. I mean, that must be an exciting position to be in. But let's talk about where you hail from back home and your journey from England to the States and how all of that came about. So where were you born? Where did you grow up?
Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire.
Oh, lovely. My husband loves Stratford-upon-Avon. Absolutely loves it. So I can't imagine what it was like living there, because what a great, beautiful place, and look at the history.
Oh, it's an amazing place. And I actually lived in Shottery, not far from Anne Hathaway's cottage, in a big black and white timbered house with a thatch roof to it next to Shottery Fields. And that was called Whitman's Barn.
Oh my gosh, how lovely. I mean, for anyone for our Anglophiles that are watching, they're probably going, oh my gosh, Anne Hathaway. It's amazing, isn't it? But it's great, I think, to have history around you, how it influences you. So how long, did you always live there or did you move around?
No, I always lived there.
Oh my gosh.
Lived in Stratford till I came to the States.
And so what did you do when you were in Stratford upon Avon? When you started working?
I was a housewife and a mother, but I started my acting career obviously with the influence of Shakespeare and everything, and then I was lucky enough to go into pantomime, and I did pantomime at the Birmingham Hippodrome. And for those that don't understand pantomime, the woman always plays the man's role. So I played Prince
just like here in Las Vegas, really. Or the other way around.
I was Prince Charming, Robin Hood, and Captain Hook.
Oh, Panto. Ian, did you do Panto as a kid?
No, yeah. I never did. I never had that experience.
Oh my gosh, I did.
You
Panto,
did, right?
Yeah, I did Panto. Yeah, I worked with, because it was always celebrities at Christmas. Bobby Nutt. I did Cinderella. I did some really nice Pantos. But it's such a fun time. But are you an expert at slapping your thigh? Because that's a requirement when you play those parts.
I don't know if I should answer that.
He's behind you.
I don't, where? Over there. No, he's not. Yes, he is.
And then the kids would get so frustrated, like, he's behind you. Panto is just such a brilliant family thing.
It is. It brings people together. Yeah.
It does. So, yeah, if you're watching and you've never been to a British panto and you're in England around about that time, Christmas time, go to see a panto. So much fun. So you were acting, so you did panto. What other kind of things did you do?
I played Juliet in Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, how romantic and tragic at the same time.
My favourite Shakespeare play is Midsummer Night's Dream, which I'm actually an acting coach too. And we just did some Shakespeare in my adult acting class before COVID-19 hit. And it was so much fun watching these guys play Puck and everything.
Oh, that is fun. Now, it sounds like you've made quite a leap. So you've gone from acting
to behind the camera.
Yeah. So how did you get from England to the States then? What's the story there?
Oh, hang on. I married an American serviceman who was stationed at RAF Upper Hayford.
Oh, okay. So that's how you made the jump. And when was that?
I came over here in 1980.
Oh, the 80s. It's a good time to be alive.
We were just talking about that.
We were.
Hi, yes, I'm still here, by the way, just in case you... Yeah.
Sorry.
You guys carry on.
Anytime, ask a question.
Jump in, Ian. Go on. Now's your chance.
I'm good. Well, okay, all right. So now you're a casting director. So that's an interesting, like you say, leap from front to behind the cameras. And so you see, my automatic thing right now, because we're all consumed with it, is how do you think? I mean, obviously everything's stopped right now in terms of any kind of casting employment, regardless. But are you going to be? I've just brought the whole tone of the thing down. You're all having a great time. I come in with that conversation, and now we're like, that's all I've got really at this point. But I mean, what are your feelings? What are your thoughts on your industry in particular, and how that's going to come out of this?
Well, we've got to look at projects that have been cast and are on hold now. Hopefully, the minute this lifts and it's safe for the whole cast and crew and everything to get together, those that are on hold will start the ball rolling, which will give confidence to other people to think about coming back, having their productions start filming and stuff. At the moment, anyone at all with the slightest bit of talent should think about writing something, even if it's what we call a short, which is a 15-20 minute movie. If you've got an idea, write it. Email it to me. If I think it would work, I'll pass it on to a production company.
Oh, that's brilliant advice.
So you think that you feel my turn? You've spoken too much. I'm messing with you. I'm all excited about our toad in the hole section. That's why. So you actually feel that right now could be a very creative time, even to kind of make the most of this whole situation.
It could be, even for people that aren't in the industry, for people stuck at home, frustrated, nothing to do. If you've got the slightest creative side to you, start writing. As I said, I'm happy to look at people's scripts. And I'm fortunate enough to know a lot of production companies here in town. And if something's good, I'd love to pass it on to a production company, see if we can get the, cameras rolling when COVID-19 is all over.
And when do you think, what do you think is going to be you mentioned earlier that it's going to take the bigger productions to start to give other people more confidence. But what is that exit strategy as far as you're concerned? Because I think that's a big question I've heard a lot recently is the whole, how do we get out of this now?
That's a really good question. And I think everybody's got a different opinion on it. You've got to keep a positive attitude, set some goals for the fall, the winter, regardless of the fear that this might subside during the summer and come back in the winter. Don't think like that. Right. Think positively. The more positive you are in your thoughts, the happier you will be, the more creative you will be.
Exactly.
You can't dwell. I know it's on the news all the time. It is uppermost in our minds, but I think people need to look at other things that they can think about and not dwell on COVID-19 so much.
No, exactly. So what are you doing to keep yourself busy and creatively occupied during this time?
Well, because I'm also an acting coach, and I have an adult acting class and a kids acting class. With the adult acting class, we're actually together writing our own movie called Those That Walk Among Us. So I'm still working on ideas for that.
It's very topical.
It is.
With my kids acting class, these kids that range from 6 to 13 years of age are also writing a short movie that they're going to perform. So I'm still coming up with little ideas to throw to them.
Right.
And British Dan Burke. You know Dan Burke?
Dan, the taxi man.
Taxi man.
Well, Dan is an amazing videographer in this town. As many
he's good.
I've got his two daughters, Leona and Eliza, in my class. So little Leona, who's only 6, assured me she can twist her dad's arm to film their short movie.
And I believe that she can. Because those girls are fantastic. The little one, she's very, very self-assured. And so,
she just.
Dan's arm will definitely be twisted.
So have you been doing your?
I have no worries.
So have you been doing your classes online? Have you had to been able to shift that as against doing them in person?
I haven't yet because some parents are not in a financial position, and I've hinted out there the classes can be free, but there again, you've got to be careful because people don't want what they perceive as charity.
Often,
It's a sticky wicket there.
It is a sticky wicket. I think it's been difficult for a lot of people in that position. Do I charge? Do I give it away? What do I do? I mean, when this is over and I've been giving it away, will paying clients come back? I think it is a difficult spot to be in.
And I think some businesses, and perhaps even that sort of type of class where you're sort of one-to-one is you could there's possibly a whole new little sort of cottage industry that could grow out of this. I think where people are doing things online. We've even heard of a few people that are doing vocal classes online, and they're basically getting almost the same experience as they would in person, and so they are able to still charge for that as they would normally have done. So I think coming out of this, there may be some individuals who may choose to gear up on that side of things and actually keep going with the online classes.
It's easier with children. It's not so easy to be teaching them, say, through Zoom or something like that. With the kids, it's very hands-on. You need to be around them.
Right. Now that makes sense.
No,
as I say, it's going to be fun. The kids making this movie, and also for the adults acting class. 3 of my adults, Brad Bledsoe, Brandon Jordan Michael, and Romy J, are the main 3 helping write this, Those That Walk Among Us. And it's a suspense, twisted thriller.
Oh, I love that kind of thing where you have to try and figure it out.
Those That Walk Among Us. As I say, it could be written for today's situation.
Oh, it's so cool.
Because when you go down, if you have to go out, that's exactly what you're thinking. It's
you're like,
who's walking among us? Yeah. And everyone looks like the Unabomber. I have my mask and the cap and the glasses.
Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to casting, are you always looking for people to be on your roster?
I'm always looking for people, and there's people out there that have never done it before that come in. You know, I usually just cast principal roles, not the background and extras, but sometimes I do need background and extras. And you'd be surprised. Suddenly I find someone that's got talent and they can be bumped up and given, you know, a short speaking role.
So really people shouldn't limit themselves and kind of like open up to the possibilities that, you know, they can be more than an extra.
Rosemary Parrish, she's British. Rosemary was one that she got a speaking role recently. Did
she really?
Rosemary did, yes.
That's fantastic. Oh, I love that, because we'll definitely share all your information out. Now, you've
I occasionally get a speaking role on this show.
You do?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Now you've worked on, and of course it's a very short list, but To Devon with Love, When the Tables Turn, Shades of Sapphire, The Wild Within, After School, Past Due, Garrotta, Las Vegas, Vindicta. Thank you. The Price You Paid, many, many, many more. You also worked on Royal Pains when they filmed here in Vegas. How was that?
That was a lot of fun, very different. Television companies are very different to movie production companies.
Right.
I much prefer working when it's a movie versus a television show. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm absolutely correct here.
TV's a pain in the arse is really what you're trying to say.
Absolutely, but you said it, not me. So
there you go. You're welcome.
That came from Ian, not from me.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I worked with ITV on Last Laugh in Vegas, but I was on the crew on 2 different crews for the same show. So I was on the theatre crew, and then I was on the TV crew, and again, very, very, very different.
Right.
And it was almost like those 2 crews, unless you've worked in both, couldn't quite understand how they were doing that.
They have different methods. They have different ways of doing things. Yeah. And movies are much more fun. I worked on a movie this past year called 38 Special, which was a Brian Puddles Productions movie with Jordan Wesson and Daryl Thomas. That was so much fun. It was filmed in black and white. They filmed it all here in Vegas, but it was set in LA in the 1930s, 1940s.
Oh my gosh! So whereabouts did they film? What locations were they using?
Can't give that away, unfortunately.
It's a secret.
Nice.
It's a secret.
We have secrets in the industry.
So now, how can people contact you there, Rebecca? What's the best way of reaching out to you if they want to be able to? And then we'll put that in the comments as well.
Yes.
But what would be your best way?
Very easy email I keep, and that's talent2121@yahoo.com.
So that
Messenger.
So that was again talent
2121@yahoo.com.
Okay, I'm going to put that in the comments right now, everyone. Now, what does someone need to submit to you to be considered to be on your roster?
A headshot and a resume, if they have a resume. If they don't have a resume, just tell me something about themselves. Maybe a special skill. They can ride a horse, they can ride a motorbike,
okay.
All those sort of things, because projects come up where they're looking for individuals with a certain skill.
How about a cook? Because I am a chef now. I am a master chef.
Doing something.
I'm just saying, you got to make the most of your talents, and this is a talent I believe that I'm going to be better than anybody else at.
Do you have a special talent, Ian, that we don't know about?
Building my part. Yeah, that's my special talent. That's basically it. But anyway, so no, because and speaking, I'm looking at my my food over here, but and I know that look, Sam, she's fine. You've been a great journalist. No, I just need a follow-up question.
I know you're only allowed one.
Yeah, well, all right, it's all over to you.
The last one. We need to talk about the movie Dreamscape. Tell us about Dreamscape and your involvement in that.
It was so much fun, and that came about to cast it in a roundabout way because my daughter Ainsley Kate was, of course, acting at the time, and they wanted her for the lead, and I'm the mummager, Right. And they had to contact me to get Ainsley, so of course I speak up. Oh, I could cast this whole movie for you, and that's how I got the casting for Dreams.
That's how it worked. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
The best part was we went out to Goldfield in the Goldfield Hotel to film a lot of it. I've never been a believer in ghosts and spirits, but something very weird happened out in the Goldfield Hotel. And I was glad when we wrapped up and I could get out of there.
Really? What was the experience? What can you tell us?
They told me, don't go down that corridor. I think her name was Elizabeth. They're like, that's where Elizabeth lived. And I'm like, I'm sure I'm going down the corridor. Elizabeth. All of a sudden, it was a warm summer's day. I was freezing cold. I got goosebumps. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. It was the most weird thing ever. And I scooted back onto the set. I was like, I'm not going back down that corridor.
And you were not a believer in anything like that, but you had that experience.
Yeah. A very, very spooky place. Very spooky. But it was a lot of fun to film it. It was a Christopher Nation production, and we had fun filming it.
Oh, you know what? It sounds like you have a very exciting life, Rebecca. With all these different projects.
And then I rescue, I have 6 animals that they're all rescued, that I'm very, very passionate about. Do not buy yourself a dog or a cat. Go rescue them.
Yep, that's right. Save a life. Save a life. And I know you're
huge into that.
6. Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I get a variance from the city, but as soon as they found out they were rescues, no problem getting the variance.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, I hope you had to go through a rigid casting process for those 6.
Oh, yeah, if anyone needs dogs or cats.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. We really appreciate you joining us today.
Nice.
Show. It was so much fun, guys. Thank you so much for reaching out to me.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
We're going to share your information. And so for anyone that's watching and you want to get on Rebecca's roster so you can be cast in a movie, then the information is right in the comments right now. You can email.
Always looking for people that want to take acting classes, children or adults.
Fantastic.
Great.
So if you want acting classes and you want to get on the roster, the email is in the comments. But thanks, Rebecca. It's been
thanks,
really
Rebecca.
nice.
We appreciate you.
Have a great day.
Take care. See you then.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was so nice.
Are we going to get on the roster?
We are. I think we're going to have to get on the roster and be cast ourselves. I'll just play me, basically.
That's your mad skill there.
Yes. So come on, we got to bounce straight onto this thing. We've been teasing everybody for so long. Everybody, see, look, the amount of comments that are just waiting to watch our thing. But actually, there's no comments about.
Oh, we do have to say, I think it was Rob Lamb. It's his wife's birthday. Jane, happy birthday, Jane. That's lovely.
Actually, there is a comment. Sandy is saying, Ian, where's your toad in the hole? See, we have an audience asking us about this stuff.
Well, mine's not with me. Mine's in the fridge.
Well, yeah, mine's kind of there. And so let's...
everybody will get to see it anyway.
Let's get this... So we called this... It's sort of being called the Great Cook-Off between you and I. And in fact, we got to get the scores right. Right now, it's 1-1.
Oh, that's right.
Well, 1-1. It's 1-1 So we did. What did we do the first week? We made
bread.
Bread.
And we didn't even a brick.
And you baked a brick, and we didn't even know that it was a challenge at that point because we were just making it at the same time. And so then we had Mark McGarry. He recommended that as a follow-up we should do hot cross buns, which we did.
Yeah, we did.
It was a fix. It was, and somehow Sam won that one. Somehow she won that. And then what was it? I can't remember who it was. Is it Eileen? It was Eileen, I think, who gave us the challenge to do the toad in the hole.
Yes.
And so, the question is, who's going first, Sam? Is it, because it's going to be up to you guys. You guys get to decide who wins this, as we did last week. So
you can go first.
I can go first. All right,
Yeah.
I'll go first then.
Go on.
And then I got to find it first. Here we go. All right. so this is my toad in the hole. And there it is. And there it is.
I like the video. It's excellent.
Complete with toad. I mean, come on, you've got to get extra points for real toad.
Oh, you're working it. I'm telling you. Oh, that is good, though. That is good. Oh, look. I'm just catching the end of the video. Ketchup?
Well, well, here's the thing. Ketchup's good with everything for a start. And it's, and I did like this sort of onion gravy, but it was definitely more onion gravy. It was a lot more onion than it was gravy. So, I thought, well, it just needs something to help it along. Nothing wrong with that. So that was my.
I think that was very well done. I like the put them on the grill thing. That was a good idea.
Well, yeah, it sort of just, it gave that little bit of browning.
Yes, because some people will put in the raw sausage. And there's nothing worse than looking at an insipid sausage.
Right, exactly. And Mike's already saying, what, no gravy? It was onion gravy. It was just a lot less oniony.
A lot less gravy-ish.
I mean, yes, a lot less gravy-ish, a lot more oniony. So now it's your turn. Now it's
my turn.
So you want to tee this up then?
Here's my toad in the hole.
Well, and there was yours. Wow, stepped up on the video production, I see.
I have all the pressure from
and you went with the secret weapon. You just whipped out the bisto.
I did, and the bisto, and then you like how slow the gravy. I poured it all sexified at the end.
No, you slowed that down. That was slow motion. That was a video effect.
The only thing I didn't like was the broccoli. I don't really like broccoli, but I didn't have any peas and carrots.
No, so I didn't have really anything, including bisto, apparently.
Yes.
So I could argue. See, now we're getting into the debate. My gravy was made from scratch. Yours was out of the box.
But you know for a fact mine tastes better than yours because it's bisto.
That's right.
Guaranteed.
That's right. Okay.
You know exactly what you're going to get.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So really, at this point, it's over to you guys. You know, you can either go for the grilled sausage combo with real toad and homemade gravy, or
and I'll tell you about my sausages, by the way. They're the Beyond Meat sausages. They're vegetarian.
I don't know if you wanted to admit that one.
But hey,
I don't know. That may have been
great. If you're vegetarian and you're just, hankering for your toad in the hole, that's how you need to do it.
Yeah.
I think mine was quite fluffy and had risen up quite a bit. Do you think?
Yours was quite fluffy. Katrina's asking, what's the green stuff?
It was chopped broccoli, and I'm not a fan of broccoli.
Oh, that's points away for sure.
No, I just didn't have any peas and carrots. What did you have with yours? Just gravy?
Ketchup.
Oh, you deduct a point for the ketchup.
Oh, come on.
No,
if you didn't have the bisto, that everyone will have wanted to have gone, I'm going to have a bit of ketchup with that. It might not have been the right thing to do, but it was the tasty thing to do.
Patrick says I've won this one, and
I've got some leftovers. God. What's that? Patrick?
That's like hearing from the cooking gods. If he says that I've got this one. Mine was nice and fluffy.
Mine was nice and fluffy. Look. Well, it's not now, but it's...
Put it right up to the camera.
It is right up to... Oh, sorry, your camera. Sorry, we got two separate cameras. I got to go there for them and there for you. But... I
think mine had risen up a lot more. Here's a secret to Yorkshire puddings, yeah?
Yeah.
That fat that is in your pan has to be smoking in the oven. It has to smoke before you...
I did.
I'm not criticising you. I'm just saying, for anyone that's making it.
Right.
You've got to make sure that fat smokes. And I have a tip for everyone.
Go on then.
If you use a muffin tin and you make the small ones, and you put your tray in with your fat and everything, so you don't have to take the whole thing out and then, pour your batter in. Put your batter in a sports bottle. Just pull out your tray halfway and squirt it in. It's not a mess, and you can get equal amounts in every single one of them, and you're good to go.
Yeah. See, I noticed that you put the egg straight in, by the way, as well, whereas my recipe called for mixing it and then...
Yeah. Just throw it. I throw them in, and I just do equal ingredients. Everything is equal parts. So if it's a cup of eggs, it's a cup of flour, it's a cup of milk.
Okay.
And it's easy peasy. So how are we going to...
It's over to the comments.
Oh, Katrina says my fake sausages.
Yeah, see, I knew the fake sausages were going to lose you points. So Katrina's got one for me. Patrick's got one for you. Mike's, your fake sausages might have lost you this one. I'm just saying.
That's all right.
Mike says it goes to me, so that's 2-1 to me.
I don't think you should criticise the sausages until you've had them.
Hey, we're not the judges.
They're really good.
We just lay it out there. Good. It's like the TV show. You've got to put it out there. And then it's out of our hands.
Well, let's take a look at the Yorkshire pudding bit.
Yorkshire
pudding?
Come on,
mine came up. My Yorkshire pudding.
It did. Yours was a lot fluffier than mine. Yes.
Yeah.
So we've got opinions, but Eileen says Sam's got this one. Eileen clearly doesn't know what sausages should be then, apparently. I'm just kidding, Eileen. So we're about two each at the moment for you and I.
I mean, come on, I had the Bisto, and I got the fluffy Yorkshire pudding, and I got the slow-mo gravy at the end.
Did you have a toad? Did you have a real? Well, it was a little frog, really.
I didn't have it. Yeah, I didn't have a toad.
Did you have an appearance from a cat? Oh, your dog. Actually, one of your dogs was in it.
My dog was in it. That's another point.
That's true. So video production is probably like for like on that one, I have to say. I mean, I think we both did it.
It up.
You did a great job with that. So right now, technically speaking, we are 2 apiece on this.
Are we really?
Yep. So we do need another opinion. We are. We've got who is it? Patrick was on your side, and Eileen was on your side, and so we're 2 each. Do we take the next definitive comment as being the decider?
That Sam's won.
That Ian's won. So we did this last week. We're going to be here for the next hour, unless somebody actually gives their opinion as to who wins this. Bisto.
Oh, Suzanne does not like.
No. She says Bisto is a negative. Not, I think.
Oh, it's not a negative.
So that means it's a positive.
It's a plus. Yeah.
I'm going to go on the Yorkshire and the gravy.
Yorkshire and the gravy. Mm-hmm. It's a draw, said Yvonne.
Nobody's actually giving a definitive.
That Sam won.
That Ian's won. Yeah. So, I mean, there's enough of you watching right now, so you can, and if you've just tuned in and you missed it.
Come on, Mick, you've got to vote for my toad in the hole. Say it's fabulous that I win. We
could be here a long time, guys, because this is some serious stuff.
Those comments. I'm leaning towards Sam because she likes my sunrise eggs. Let me tell you something. If I was in a boiled egg challenge with Yvonne, she'd win hands down.
But Yvonne's leaning. She has not definitively made her statement.
Mick, just say that my toad in the hole was better than Ian's.
No, Mick, you're here late. You don't know what's happening. We go back we go back on the show.
Just say Sam won. Just say Sam
Can
won.
you vote? It's going to be contested if you do, but at this point the show could run for another half an hour, so we will take whatever comes in next. Well, yeah, I'm just going to we'll carry on, and I'm going to keep Where's Suzanne? Suzanne said we're not counting her vote. I did count your vote, didn't I, Suzanne?
Bisto. She was the Bisto comment. Sam won. She knows Yorkshire. I do know my Yorkshires, Janet. I do know I am good at my Yorkshire puddings. And I get me because of Mr. Twix. I think I've just won, Ian.
I think so. I'm trying to find Suzanne's comment because.
Scroll back. It's about the gravy.
Oh, Bisto is a negative. No, I mentioned that. We mentioned that,
okay.
Which we think is a positive because you said not. So we're thinking that's a positive for you as well. So you can see the entrance. You can see the entrance on rerun, Mick.
Yes.
10 o'clock PST, 6 p.m. GMT.
We just rolled both of our videos of us making the toad in the hole.
All right. Yeah, you've pipped me at the post there, Sam. So there it is. Boom.
Yay! I redeemed myself after that brick bread. That was bad. That bread was so bad.
Sam will be doing her show by herself next week.
That's right.
You will find me under a rock.
Oh my gosh. Hey, listen.
Okay, fine. Congratulations, Sam. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm a good loser.
Oh, Stephen doesn't think we were getting all the comments through. He seemed to be a little slow, I must admit. You know what?
Oh, do we get a recount afterwards?
No. Oh, Patrick wants to know what next week's challenge is.
Oh, good Lord. You see, I love it, and it's because I'm going to do it Monday night, but it is expanding my my abilities.
Yeah, repertoire.
My repertoire.
Well, what can it be then? So, all right, so everybody throw out your challenges for next week, either baking or cooking.
Cooking, not baking.
I made an Indian this week, actually. I made a korma.
What was his name? You did. Indian. What other classics? Maybe we'll have to come up with this one. What about What about fish and chips?
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Oh, all right.
That's going to be hard to make on a Monday and then present that on a Tuesday.
Why?
That's going to look horrific.
Well, not if you're filming it.
I don't want to make
Have you seen my toad in the hole the day after? It's not exactly... I'm going to love it, but, you know.
I just don't think you can compete with fish and chips.
Okay, fine. All right. So what else are you going to do?
Throw us some ideas out. Oh, apple and rhubarb crumble. But you know, Katrina, I never see rhubarb in the shops. That's the trouble. I never see rhubarb.
We never see shops at the moment.
We never see shops. It's true. Oh, maybe an apple crumble.
Liver and onions. See, I would do that, except I can't stand liver.
I can't.
No.
I can't.
Steak and kidney pie. Steak and kidney pie is another good suggestion, but there's only two things that I don't like, and that's liver and kidney.
Kidney.
Same for you?
We could do a shepherd's.
Oh, all right. Actually,
lamb if we're doing it authentically.
Shepherd's pie is doable.
Yeah, but you're going to do it lamb for it to be authentic.
They won't know. We won't tell them.
We won't tell anyone.
Yeah. Well,
Sandy wants us to do a dessert.
Oh, really? Well, I don't know. I think shepherd's pies are pretty good because, I mean, I actually want to be able to eat this stuff. So this, you know.
Jim's loving the fact that we cook every week. Sausage
sure.
rolls. Ooh.
All right, yeah, sausage rolls.
I'm leaning towards some sausage rolls.
But we've just done sausage. We just did a sausage dish.
You can get tins of rhubarb at the international market. I never knew. Thank you for that, Katrina, because I love rhubarb.
Cornish pasties.
Oh, I'm good at them.
You're good at... No, we're not doing Cornish pasties then. I'm actually thinking Sandy's shepherd's pie suggestion. I get it out. Can't even say it. How am I going to be able to cook it?
So are we going to do shepherd's pie?
I think we'll do shepherd's pie. All
right, shepherd's pie is for next week.
All right, shepherd's pie.
Now, you know what else I think we should do, Ian?
End the show?
This has been in a second.
Now I can see.
Well, first of all, let's say how great it is that Boris recovered from Corona.
It is. Yeah, that was great.
He absolutely said the NHS absolutely saved his life, and it's great. Great news for anyone that's recovering from Corona.
Yep.
So that was some good news that came out.
My sister-in-law has it.
No.
Yeah.
Did she know how she got it?
No, she's in... and actually, this is a good point to mention because she's in Cardiff and they've been self-isolating for a good few weeks. And the only thing that can be suggested is that it came in on groceries. So I hope everybody's doing the whole sanitizing of the groceries because that's the only thing that has come in because they haven't been out. It's the only thing that she's done? Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah. So I bet she was mortified, poor thing. Yeah, well, my brother's okay at the moment, but he's in the same house. Kids? No. Do they have kids? No. So, oh my gosh. So, because what we've been doing is the same thing, like you're saying, wiping down your groceries, because you don't know if someone's picked something and put it back. But we normally would keep our shopping bags. But I've been throwing those out. Yeah, right. And then the CDC said you can track it in on your shoes now. They put that out 2 days ago. Right, and I've actually been doing the whole outdoor shoe, indoor shoe thing. Yeah. Oh, well, I do hope she gets better quickly. Yeah, and it's just mild symptoms. Yeah, she said that she's sort of, or he said that she's kind of like stable. I mean, stable, but she's at home and it's not getting any worse at this point. So, fingers crossed. Well, I'm so glad you mentioned that because... Get better soon, Carol. Because some people would just think, oh, really? Cleaning your groceries? But there's definitely a reason to do that. Absolutely, if that's the only way that she thinks that she got that. So, keep it. Well, there's a fun thing that's happening all over the world, and that is for some people, taking out their rubbish bin, the wheelie bin, is an exciting thing. Like, oh, I get to go outside and put my rubbish out, yeah? Right. Except people are dressing up to do it in all kinds of attire. So I saw a lady in a wedding dress
Wheel out a wheelie bin, clean the handles on it, spray it down, for when the bin men pick it up. And I think we should have a wheelie bin challenge. I think we should challenge everybody that's watching the show. Wheelie? A wheelie bin challenge, dressing in the funniest outfit you could dress in when you take your bins out. And that includes you, Ian.
All right. Well, that's laid out there. We'll see what happens there. Where was that, by the way? Was that in the US or in the UK?
I saw it in UK. I saw it in Australia. They were really going for it in Australia.
Well, they do. Those Australians.
They were dressed as bears and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So, and that's another thing too. Make sure you clean your handles on your wheelie bin. You do need to do that as well. So, Stephen said that they created a plunge bath in the sink with the sanitizer in it and everything goes straight through it. That's a great idea because I just don't think you can wipe things down thoroughly enough, can you? But a bath sounds like a perfect idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea. That is a good idea. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, as always, it has been fun. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, if you're just tuning in and again wondering what the heck all this thing was about, this show is for you guys out there. As we say at the beginning of the show, it's for British expats and anybody that just loves all things British. So, if you just want to kind of tune in, we're just seeing what goes on with the community, globally speaking. We've got viewers all over the world. And there's a bunch of fantastic groups and pages that share our show, and we thank them very much for doing that. Just make sure you, if you haven't got us, we're right here on Spill the Tea at Facebook, and on YouTube you can catch the shows as well, and even on Instagram. Although I don't actually put much on Instagram, do you?
I put it on, yeah.
I do.
Well, on there.
And of course, our website at spillthetealive.com. But like and share us, particularly the liking, because the more people that we have, the better we feel, because we're quite sensitive.
That's true.
I know.
I want to say thank you to Eve for the BFF segment.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We're all going to go and make cocktails now.
That's right. And then thank you to Rebecca Okonski. And if you want to get on our roster or you want some acting lessons, adult or children lessons, the contact information is in the comments down there. You can just email her. And
that's it.
Oh, and a big ta-da for me, the champion of Toad in the Hall.
That's it. I've started the music. We're out of here, and with that,
thanks for watching, everyone.
I shall be winning next week. That's all I can say. Take care. Be safe.
Bye.